ideas, some new things that they've seen and heard, and how college may be influencing them, their thoughts, what they've experienced, something we don't know about. Like one time we talked to Sean and he was telling us about his contract with his basketball, and it was Larry and I were like, wow, we didn't even know it was all that detailed, and because he expressed that that they wanted him to take more of the lead role and do this and that, and then he got injured. So we want to hear more about like what things are changing in your life. So Cedric Jr., so you want to go first? Oh, and I heard that Cedric Jr. is now in a leadership role.
Yeah, talk about it.
Oh. So maybe you can share some of that.
Alright, so right now I'm a junior in high school and I'm the vice president at the African American Affinity Group at my school. And basically what we do in there was just like, it's like a safe haven for African American students, because at my school there's only like 13 in the high school out of like 700 something students. So it's personally it's been like going to high school and middle school and such, it was like kind of hard to like socialize with certain people or like relate to certain people, because like there's not a lot of people like you. And so we're like working right now, we just like we talk about ideas or things that are like going on in the community that involve the African American people, and we just like talk about things like HBCUs or like police brutality, things like that. And like we like playing a lot of
You said HBC.
and we plan a lot of events to like bond and get closer together, because like it'd be a shame if like like we have this group, like I mean of course everyone has their own little friend groups, like seniors over seniors and like freshmen over freshmen, but you want to be able to have people that you feel like you can bond with, or like talk to if you need someone to talk to, even if like you don't know someone too well. So that's a big thing going on with me right now. And something else I'm kind of looking at, the college search has started. It's a little stressful.
Thank you, Jesus.
It's a little stressful and like overwhelming, because it kind of came up on me, but I never really thought about it too much, or like how much. I never realized how close it was. I remember like the first day of 6th grade, like it was yesterday, and now I'm like almost a senior, so I didn't really think it would come up on me that fast, but now it's here, and I'm like trying to start like testing and visiting schools and things like that. I never really thought about it before, but now I'm starting to think about it, and it's a little overwhelming, but I think I can get through it, just like everyone else has. So, yeah.
Do you have concentration, or what area you want to go in yet, or are you still searching?
I'm thinking like chemical engineering, or like any type of scientific engineering. So like the best schools for that I can think of right now are like NC State and Johns Hopkins. So I don't really want to go too far either. So like NC State seems like a good option. Or I think Johns Hopkins, where is that at? The Baltimore?
Yeah.
That's near your aunt, no?
I think they got branches there too, right?
He said he want to stay home the next 20 years.
He gonna move in with Uncle Sean.
Well, that's good.
All right.
Thank you for sharing that. See ya.
I'm feeling blessed.
All right.
I am a freshman at Frostburg State University. It's really different than what I thought it was gonna be. I'm still in the adjustment stage, but I'm in this program where we like help kids that are like low income, or kids that have been abused and their or their parents are on drugs and stuff, and like majority of the kids, they're like on medication and stuff, and like while I'm like dealing with them, it made me like realize like how I should be appreciative of the things that I have, and how there's people out there that are less fortunate, and like sometimes we see the kids, they come in with like little bruises on them and stuff like that. And it's just sad, but it's like an eye opener. And the program really helped me, be aware of the things that's going on. And is hard. It's really hard, but I mean, it's not that hard where I mean I can't, keep going through with it. It's just a, adjustment, and that's about it.
That was wonderful.
Right. Real life experience.
Well, I'm a junior at Barton College, and I got hurt last year against NC State, and then I've just been going through an ongoing injury. They diagnosed it as, when that first happened, as just a high ankle sprain, and then as the year went by, it just kept hurting. So I ended up getting surgery about October, about a month or two ago. So right now I'm sitting out, probably sit out this year. The school part of everything is easier because I'm not doing basketball that much and have to be in the gym as much because I can't run. This is my second year having my own apartment, which I like. So
Right.
I enjoy my freedom, I guess. But everything else, I mean, that's everything pretty much right now.
Very good.
Right.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Did you pick a major yet?
Oh yeah, I came in as a biology major. But after last year, I taken chemistry and how that kicked my butt. I switched it. I'm a fitness management right now, so I'm become like a personal trainer type thing. So.
I'm a freshman at Hood College in Frederick, Maryland. I was gonna decide to double major, pre-law major and a political science major and an English minor. This semester it's a good experience for me. It was hard, but I don't know. I feel like it really prepared me for college. It's a lot of people around me that's dropping out, but it only motivates me more to keep going. I've taken an introduction to law class, and that because most people say that you change your major once you go into college. Like I've heard some people change it 6 times, but when I went into school, I automatically knew I wanted to be a defense attorney, and maybe soon to be a judge, maybe. But my introduction to law class really prepared me. We learned things like family law, domestic violence. I've learned how to write bills and stuff, and that's good as a freshman. And then I feel like college is a place where you just build your brand and you meet new people. And someone told me that just because you don't have the job right now, you should continue to act like you have it and dress like you have it. So right now and my school's really boring, but I really like that. It keeps me focused because right now I feel like other students are worried about the partying things, but you have to worry about 10 years later and not now.
Oh yes.
So
Good girl.
and during the summer I hope to take classes at PG Community so I can graduate in 3 years instead of 4. And I'll be in internships and things like that. And yeah, that's it.
Super.
I got a question. Why you want to graduate in 3 years? Why not 4?
Because honestly, I want to get right through. Because I feel like I'm the type of person that is an overachiever. It's the type of person that should be above average, not the bare minimum. So that's how I see it. Yeah.
Excellent.
I heard
Excellent.
Very good. Very good.
She could be an inspirational speaker.
Man, shoot.
I have one more question. Just one quick one. Yana, why you said that you knew at an early age that you wanted to do law. How did you know that? And what led you to that?
Because right now in this world, there's a lot of injustice and just a lot of people just I don't know, because it's a lot of things on the news where people are going to jail for things that they're not accused of, and then they find out later in life, so they did time for no reason.
Sure.
So I feel like if there's more attorneys or lawyers out there in the system, I don't know, maybe the world could be a little better. And I don't know, it's just the whole thing about law, it just really it's really interesting. Many cases that you learn from and how you can help other people.
because like we learned about domestic violence, and we learned about this lady who, like for example, we did a case. The case is state of North Carolina versus Norman, and the lady she was getting abused by her husband, and she ended up shooting him. Things like that. I don't know. And then you get to talk to people and just like help them. I don't know. Help them be better. Like in this divorce law, we learned about child custody. We learned about I don't know, just to be able to experience other people's situations.
Yeah.
And just be able to be a part of their lives to help them.
You just
Make
know
it
you
better.
want to make a difference.
Yeah.
Yes.
But you know, we knew she wanted to be a lawyer before she did,
How'd you know that?
cause she been arguing with us since she was 2.
And winning.
Thank you.
And can,
Very good.
can't they not unjust lock a lot of people up now because of DNA? Can't they find DNA on stuff now that
Well,
can help
DNA
them not
helps
put the
them
wrong
get out.
person in jail?
Yeah, they're doing
DNA
that.
helps them
Yeah.
Yeah.
get
That's good.
proven
So
that
be a
they-
DNA lawyer.
Okay.
Just a joke.
that was pretty good.
That's pretty good.
You know, the people that really need a lawyer, they can't afford to.
Yep. So that's where you can come into.
Get one.
I believe most
Handle
lawyers.
some free, you gonna handle some free.
Exactly.
Yeah. Most lawyers, when they first get into it, I believe they have to do pro bono work
Yeah.
before they even get into their field.
afford stuff.
Yeah, one did me like that one.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, Larry Friend, I see him in the library. What's your friend? He doing stuff like
The
what
guys
he said.
alive left it out?
Yeah, he said he want to do something like help people who can't afford different,
Oh, Todd.
you know. So that's going to be his
Todd.
specialty in a way too, you know.
Todd, yeah.
You could get justice, you know, from people that really it's people that really want to help people who
Yeah.
don't have much too. So
Todd's the one who went to Mongolia for
Yeah.
2 years, yeah.
Okay.
I see.
if free lawyers was coming, yeah. Okay.
Brittany?
Yeah, 'cause that-
I'm a junior at Washington University in St. Louis. Yeah. I think so far I've had a pretty enlightening experience just about like growing up and like being on my own. I'm a lot farther away from home than I've been for a long period of time than I've been ever. And then coming back from studying abroad, I think that was a good experience 'cause that's way farther than home than I've ever been. I've learned a lot. I think I've grown a lot. Like maybe specifically studying abroad, learned a lot about like what's it mean to be foreign or like somewhere you're not used to, or how to interact with people, you know, when you're the foreigner and you're on their home turf, and how to communicate with different people, and like the struggles not being able to communicate with people in the beginning, and like having needs I guess you need to fill, and you know, always worrying, you know, that your passport is with you, because like pickpockets, like just little things that could really throw you off of what you're trying to do. So I think that was a good experience as far as just growing, being alone, and like experiencing that. Like I didn't really understand the culture or the language, and I didn't have anyone I knew going with me, so that was like a really solo experience. I think that took a lot of prayer, and I definitely got closer to God in that experience. Yeah, and I learned a lot, and I experienced things that I never knew or understood or even imagined. So I think I'm definitely going to take that with me to finish out college and figure out what I'm doing after. So
Can you share any of them experiences that you had over there?
Yes. It's a lot. An experience.
Just one.
Yeah.
Just you being black in that country.
Oh yeah.
The hundreds of them.
Oh yeah. That was interesting. I didn't know anyone going with me, and I was the only black student. My program was 22 people, so that was interesting because like over the course of the time I got to know them, but like at the same time like they didn't fully get what I was